Welcome back.
It's like I know you've hit record. I'm just in a worse mood. I don't know what's going on.
Episode 4.
Episode 4, the third.
Coke Dads.
Episode 4, Coke Dads.
I'm Brando Jokes. So we have a little bit, we're going to clip together of a Patreon video for you guys to check it out.
Very funny.
But Ariel is a very good comedian. Like, this
Thank
is me. I hate doing this so much. But
This part I'm new at and it makes me a bit
I
uncomfortable.
hate sharing feelings with people.
Yeah, that part I don't care.
You're talented.
Thank you.
At comedy.
But that's my point. It's like I'm just sharing how I feel.
So you're talented at comedy, and then over time, your videos have gotten better.
Yes.
Now you've added me, where my videos editing
It's good. It's
is
great.
probably as good as I am at comedy. Like, both very
Yeah.
good at things.
I would say.
Like, I'm a nice co-host. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna be not modest right now. But like, what I lack in height, I make up in girth. I don't have to be a dick joke. I meant like I have substance. That's all I meant. I meant that like, you get it. So together, how much do you believe in us?
A lot.
Okay. So you believe in us enough that the camera goes on, and then I have to watch my friend be like, "Hey guys, I'm sad, and my job hurts my feelings."
That's not what I'm saying.
So tell me what
You're
trying
not
to say.
listening.
So tell me what you're trying to say.
I just want the life I want. And that is not an insane thing to want.
No, totally.
And I'm just done putting up with people's shit and people's nonsense.
Do you think you're not going to be putting up with my shit
No,
now?
I like you. I get you.
You liked your bosses
You're
too.
no, you're open to me going, that's fucked. This is fucked. Right? Like, I don't understand this world we live in. I'm not allowed to express myself. I'm not allowed to be who I am.
So how do you express yourself?
Sometimes I get frustrated.
Okay, the other part. How do you express yourself?
What do you mean?
What do you do to like? What's your escape from the world?
Stand
the
up.
life you want. Okay, and you want
And
to
I
make people
don't
laugh.
Yes.
And
Being
now-
sad is not how to do
No,
that.
it's not. And now you've made an effort to not only so they've taken stand up away from us for now.
Yes.
Which they haven't.
But
Which
which-
tomorrow we get to both do 2 shows in 2 different cities, both outdoor. So we get to But so you get to do stand up maybe once a week now. And then the second thing, what's your other element?
Once
what
a
have you
week.
been doing at work? What have you been doing at work?
What do you mean? At my day job?
Yes.
I was making content.
And you got pretty good at it.
And I liked it, yes.
So now you get to take an element of you making content
And apply it
and
here.
apply it to stand up, and you get a sweet co-host. And you can get that for $5
Or 10.
or 15. Now the 15 is if you really hate us.
Yeah, that's the hate club.
That's you get
That's what we'll
everything
call
we're
it.
doing. We're gonna put everything together from all the tiers. You're gonna get a special
Hey,
package.
hey.
We'll talk to you about merch so you can show people how much you hate us.
That's
I
actually
hate
pretty
Coke
funny.
Dads. We'll get you
Well, not
everything.
that. It would have to be Bubby's Boys.
Whatever they hate, it's the same people.
Well, you can hate Coke Dads, the podcast.
So, tell the people what they'll see on the Patreon.
Oh, I'm on the spot again. I'm getting uncomfortable.
No, okay, you're not on the spot. Tell me. Forget the people.
Yeah, okay, so we set up
So what's our
2
plan?
tiers.
Tell me our plan for Patreon.
We set up 2 tiers for now. With $5 a month, you get an extended version of this podcast.
The Ariel tier.
The Ariel tier. Which it isn't if you go right now. Brandon tier. Okay.
So yeah, you get the extended version of this podcast, which when you see.
Wait. Are you cutting that out? I like how every time I'm funny, you're like, I'm cutting that out.
When you're self-deprecating, but my self-deprecating, I'm just like, okay, you're funnier than that.
Oh, well, you mean when you jab me and then I just
But
start
I don't
jabbing
think
back?
I'm jabbing.
But
I
you
think-
are.
So for $5 a month, whoever's tier it is, you get the extended version of this podcast.
Yes.
Which, when you've been listening, it's pretty cool. Because what we've done now is like we bring up good points. We can only release X amount on the. I've noticed with the extended versions, and this is weird saying it ourselves, but you get a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
Like you get like a 5-10
We
minutes.
talk a
of
lot of
storage.
nonsense, but it's
But
fun.
it's funny.
It's fun nonsense.
And if it's not, we're fighting.
Yeah.
And as long as we don't talk over each other, apparently it's entertaining.
Yes, I have laughed multiple times editing our podcast. I don't know if that makes me a narcissist.
He only laughs when it's him.
No, that
When
you,
I'm on
buddy,
stage-
you are fucking funny.
When I'm there, he laughs. When he sees himself, he jerks off. Now I don't know if it's narcissism.
I don't know if it's not.
So for $5,
See?
you get the extended podcast.
I definitely like you more on the podcast than you're like me.
In real life, yes, totally.
But outside of here, you're like,
Oh,
this
you're
dude's
you're my
hilarious.
best friend. I'm super proud of you. It's because when the podcast goes on, you just become this guy that's like.
What? You mean the guy I am?
Remember we used to call you Bob Saget?
Yes,
it's
I'm not
Bob Saget anymore.
That's today.
It's not that. No, but you get like, you're just like, please pay us money. Like, no, just if you have money. And you
I wasn't like that in the first two.
You rewatch it back if you want.
No.
I just want to quit my job.
Yes. Okay. Enough about that. I did quit my job.
So you get extended.
I did quit my job, just for the record.
So you're all in.
I'm all in until I need money.
So what else will you be doing? There's the extended version on that podcast.
So we have the extended version of the podcast. You get access to sketches from us, which we're hoping.
We've never made a sketch.
Yeah, we used to do those ones with Robert.
We did an advertisement for shows. This is fun.
Those are sketches, though.
Because what happens in real life, I'll talk to people, and if I say something that's absurd, you'll just be like, shut up, you're wrong. And then we're on this podcast, and you're like, yeah, you get to like pay money and see our sketches. And then it's just like, we've never made a sketch.
I have.
Together,
Yeah.
I've also made sketches.
We've written some.
This is fun. You see what I'm doing?
We've written like 8.
I'm not calling you out. I'm
Yeah.
calling the whole farce of the society of where we're at. Where you're like, hey, come watch, because we are funny. I've been watching a lot of stuff. And you're right, the podcast is making
I
me laugh a lot.
guarantee if you buy into this, you will no. If you're watching this and you buy into this, I guarantee you will have a sketch within a month.
You know what's funny? Oh, you're gonna have more than that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get regular
That's
sketches.
what I'm saying.
I'm saying, you know how you've liked our earlier work? That's what I'm saying. The only way that we will make sketches is the chance that you will be paying a monthly fee to get more of those sketches.
So I've learned that. See, now you're doing what I was doing, but
You're getting it.
here's what I learned is that we just make what we want to make, and if they like it, they come with us.
We've already come this far, so thanks, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
For all of our followers, and for everyone who's already subscribed so far, and people who've already reached out about the Patreon.
if you've come to a show,
thanks for encouraging us.
we can do this.
We've been doing this.
We are doing it.
Episode 4,
Coke Dads.
the Coke Dad Podcast.
Brought to you by Coke Dads.
Now, I don't
No, sorry,
know
brought
why.
to you by non-Coke Dads.
Brought to you by Bubby's Boys Presents. And just to explain it, I don't know if we've ever actually explained it. We're not,
Coke Dads.
we don't do Coke.
We did explain this in
We
the first
don't,
one.
okay, did we?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I watched the other two.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
we
like,
did this in the first
like,
one.
if you're just tuning in, we don't have a child together, and that's not what this is.
I mean, look at the logo. That came from. It's so funny to me because you were like, I want him holding the baby, doing coke off the baby's head.
I wanted it like,
Yeah, but
No, I get
within reality of what I can draw.
yeah, all of it's awesome. But I think it's funny if we just attracted gay men that are husbands with a child that are cokeheads.
So wait,
That's our audience.
I want to go back 1 second. You wanted, and you think that is less intense than with the straw?
You know when people smell a new baby and they're like, "Oh, new baby smell."
It's coke.
That's what. No, not even Coke.
That
Just
is
smelling
funny.
a new baby. That's the.
Yeah.
I can't. Yes, I have to slow down a little and just. I think on the podcast I'm better at that. I'm better at things like examples, like the Frodo thing,
Yeah.
and like the now I'm like just like fresh baby. There's something about the camera on me
That
where I
makes me
make
like,
sense.
yeah,
It's
because
just- we don't come up with names either. We just listen and then we say something a lot.
and that becomes the theme of the episode.
Yeah. If you ever want to try to start a podcast with a friend, this is the hardest part about it, is that we're funny. Like, before we turn on the camera, we make each other belly laugh and, like, write jokes. Like, we're not even coming in with the idea of writing jokes. We
just
hang
do.
out. I see you. We fight a little because I either leave you outside or you can't find parking. It's one or the other, always.
Oh,
I either
yeah.
leave you
Those are
outside.
the only
I
reasons.
left Ariel outside on the coldest day of the year, and I'm surprised he still talks to me. I would have not talked. If it was reversed and I went to his house, and I don't even have, he wasn't even in the lobby. He was outside.
Well, because you
on
said
the door.
side door.
I know, and I'm grateful.
And I was like, okay. You don't need a hug.
I need to hug you. Yeah. So that happened. Left him outside, and I always leave him outside. Or
I lost it maybe 10 minutes. And then I was
Sometimes I
like,
fall
I'm
asleep.
moving into the lobby. 'cause-
Sometimes I go to sleep.
Yeah, that has happened. I've come to. Actually, if you go back through my reels on Instagram, there's a reel. Oh, it's on the Bubby's Boys reel where I show up here for a 10:30 thing. Out cold. Not answering the phone. I had to call his girlfriend to be like, have you heard from this dude? I'm at his door. Knocking. Like, hello?
It's wild.
Yeah, you sleep like. I thought I slept heavy, but you sleep the heaviest.
Or what I'll do is I'll like meet him outside and try to be punctual, and there's never any parking. Whenever I go outside to meet him,
Well, that's only because they're doing this construction on your street.
I live at Yonge and Eglinton.
The worst.
You can tell by my face. I don't know who I'm looking at, the computer, this. You.
Yeah,
I
we
live
keep
at
looking
Yonge and
here. We
Eglinton.
should. This is.
So I live at Yonge and Egg, and Yonge and Egg has this thing that it's a Jewish area, drink, and there's a lot of traffic and construction. And honestly, it lives up to the hype.
It's
Like, I started doing stand-up in Toronto. That's cool shit. Not hating on that. That shit doesn't live up to the hype. The only thing that lives up to the hype about Toronto stand-up is there's cliques. That's real. Everything else is like, yeah, you can get 5 sets a night. But like, yeah, but anyways, I'm not hating on anything right now. I'm just
Clicks. I always thought the conversation with clicks was funny. People are like, oh, you have clicks. No, I have friends.
Well, we're
like,
different type of guys.
I'm not allowed to hang out with my friends. I'm not allowed to put my friends on shows that I run, that I put on. Well, like, what are you talking about?
Would you be friends with anyone that isn't funny?
No. Well, I would put them on the show if they were funny, but not my friend.
So just to find out,
but it doesn't mean I'm not allowed to not book my friends.
I see what you're doing, okay? I see that. So what Ariel's trying to do as his lawyer, he's saying, I'm his new lawyer, by the way, if anyone's listening for the first time, that's why. But as his current day lawyer, by the way, I'm not actually a lawyer. I guess I should say that. This is just a sketch or a
I
joke.
think they know.
Okay, so as his representative,
you talk about your job a lot.
He's trying to tell you guys at home how hard it is, where people think that we only book, and by we, it's Ariel, because he does all the booking. He only books his friends.
That's
First
one
off,
or two people
I'm his
who
only
think
friend.
that.
So, yes, he books me.
No. Chad's my friend. He gets on the shows.
Okay, but I'm saying,
but he doesn't get on because he's my friend.
I'm Ariel, I'm sad.
No, what? That...
Go back to lawyer. Sorry, I'm not the judge. Lawyer.
Well, I wasn't being sad.
No, you're just like, I was like, I'm your
I was saying I actually have more friends.
I have 2 friends and he gets
don't get jealous.
No, I'm okay. Alright, so I'm just, so tell them, I've seen it, you don't book. I've honestly seen Ariel try to book people that hate him. Like, we'll be out in public, and then there'll be a comic that's great, and then he'll be like, you think she's funny? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you should go ask her to be on our show. And I'm like, you do it. And he's like, I was like, you okay? And he's like, yeah, she just doesn't like me. Okay, so that's the thing.
The argument doesn't make sense. You just said it. You were like, Toronto's clicks. It's like, no.
If you want to be on a Bubby's Boy show,
we hang out with the people we hang out with.
Full disclaimer, if you want to be on a Bubby's Boy show and ask people, this has happened for people, all you have to do is send an email to bubbysboyspresents@gmail.com
with good
footage.
tape.
And by good footage,
I mean,
it's like
3 minutes.
And make sure it's like not only your stand-up's good, make sure it's quality film.
No, it can. So it's got to be okay filmed.
No, but like
the audio has to be good, and you have to be doing well. Do you know how many times I've watched sets and it's like,
Okay, so I don't know if you're just tuning in for the first time
just
and you want to
bombing.
get booked on a show, you have to send material.
You're just bombing. Like you're sending me tape of you bombing. Like,
do you think they don't know they're bombing?
Yeah.
They think they're
This one person sent me a 40-minute headliner set. She didn't get a laugh till 6 minutes in. I know because I had to wait. I was like, at like minute 3, I was like, I haven't heard a laugh. I was like,
we're gonna watch all 40 minutes.
Oh no, it's just like, when does she get a pop? Because she's got to get a pop, right?
And she got one.
And she got one. It was 8 minutes in. I was like, holy fuck, man! I just wasted 8 minutes of my life.
What probably happened was because she had 40 minutes off the top. She was just screwing around.
Nope. Comes out swinging.
We're giving you tips
wop,
today.
wop, wop, wop. I'm loving
tips.
it. It was like,
if you want to be booked on a show, make sure that you're doing good. Is that really something you have to tell people?
I guess.
Okay, what else? Give us some more tips. That first one was really fun. So make sure that you're doing well at stand-up comedy in the clip of you doing stand-up comedy for the
number
show.
2, if it's tape, make sure the waitress isn't standing or the waiter isn't standing in the way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I can hear the bit, fine. I'll listen to it. It makes me laugh, cool. But like you took the time, the effort, the energy. Like, just film another set. You know what I mean?
I wish I'd only asked. I wish that I got the first answer and I moved on.
You're an asshole.
I am, but it's only on the podcast.
Yeah, because you asked. You're like, hey, tell me about this.
I did. That's what
Oh, this is the word.
Honestly, I'm sorry. You're right. It's a me problem.
No,
but
that's
I
the way.
wish that I didn't ask.
That's
again.
very funny.
Thank you. So funny on this podcast that you've been like, you're really funny recently on this podcast, and then it goes off and you're like, you're an asshole. And it's just like, what do you want me to, like, yes, I'm funny if I'm mean, but comfortable.
I'm allowed to call you an asshole, though.
I know, but it's just funny
You can call me an asshole.
that you're not an asshole.
Sometimes.
You're a different type of asshole.
Dude, when I got so mad at you on the phone on Sunday for no reason.
There's probably a reason.
Well, like, I just got frustrated, and then I was like,
Okay, how about this? I'll give you guys a tip, too. Aro gave you a tip to be booked. I'll give you a tip on my end that's marketing and putting together a collab. If you're going to collab with someone, just fucking, I guess, don't be friends first. Because, like, this has been, like, if we were dating we would still have the
Terrible.
company, but we would have broken up.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I see why you always see husband and wife work together and then they break up but they're still working together.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Because I love you, pal, but we would have.
We've also seen more of each other lately, but not as friends.
And then when we don't see each other, I have to sit at a computer and watch
Watch
your
my
smug
yeah,
face just giggle fucking at me. So it's just like you called the other day, and maybe when you were like, I was an asshole for you for no reason, I was also an asshole because I picked up the phone. I was like, what is this asshole?
Yeah, but I can only control my part.
But it has nothing to do with you. It only has to do with the fact that I see, like, when I say I spent 16 hours editing, I probably spent, like, let's say 10. But, like, I look at you that whole 10 hours. All of it. It's like for 4 hours and 45 minutes. You're just like, that, but.
My laughter?
The laughter's fine, but, like, imagine, you get it. And that's
I
what
get
I call you and you've been editing. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this fucking guy.
Yeah,
Says you're going to show up in my
No,
dream
but-
soon.
okay.
I'm like, why the fuck are you here?
So this is what I was saying, is like, you want to talk poignant. Fucking, I go to therapy on Monday, and I explained the situation, because it wasn't just you, it was everyone around me. And she's like, have you had a tough week there, bud?
You pay someone like $200.
Yeah,
an
pretty
hour
much.
be
Just to
like,
confirm
"You having a
that.
tough week?
Yeah.
You want a cookie?
Yeah.
That's a funny sketch.
No, but it was it's when you're the problem, that's the only part I have a say in, right? So like, I love your ideas. You're insane, but they are the best. So I have to accept that sometimes in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna tell me something that's not relevant, but is actually a good idea.
Would you say it is what it is?
No, because I'm using my actual words to describe how I feel. Is what it is literally just denial of emotion. You're like, is what it is. Beep boop boop beep boop.
So we are.
Fuck's sake.
If everything goes to plan, or when everything goes to plan, we're creating some other stuff.
Yes, I'm excited.
We have a show I'm gonna drop on you guys, just to tell you guys the premise. Why not? Is we have a show we'll show you, but the whole cool thing is that we're playing ourselves, but we're playing that like I have his personality traits
And I'm him.
and he has my personality traits. So Ario's positive, I'm a nihilist, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of nihilist. It's not.
That's your definition.
It's
of you right
not
now.
helping.
Of course not.
Well, no, it is. The definition of a nihilist is someone who doesn't believe life matters.
It's not helping. Yeah, of course
It's not helping. I
I wake
want
up
to
every day and
God.
be like, why am I here?
Yeah,
It matters.
yeah.
Who would have thought?
That's a terrible.
I'm sad. Why? What do you believe in? Nothing. But that's the thing. So now we're writing this show, and
That's
I'm
a
writing
funny
a lot
ad
of
for
dialogue,
dialogue.
and it's like we're gonna end up improving it. I just have to get basic things out. And Ariel's one expression he hates.
Well, I hate a lot of expressions, but the one I hate the most is what it is.
He hates it, and all it means
Oh,
like
so
now
much.
that I get it, and I'm writing from his perspective, and it's just like is what it is. It just basically means it's out of your control. It means why give emotion to something that is out of your control.
And if you said that to me, I would be like, that is articulate and well thought
no, but I
out.
have to write a character as you to see what I'm trying.
I think you learned today. One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone just doesn't express themselves when they so easily could.
I hate expressing myself. It's weird. I hate getting compliments. I
But
don't
that's
hate it. I
where
like this stuff, but it's
literally
weird.
all of human conflict comes from. It's a lack of communication about how we fucking feel. And if we just all start talking to each other that way, our lives would be so much easier.
Tips, guys. This is
Be
episode
too
4.
emotional. Tips.
Tips.
That's good.